So my name's Graham Harboard, and I was in Dad's Army, and the episode was called Sergeant Wilson's Little Secret. So how I got involved was I attended a stage school called the Barbara Speaks Stage School in Ealing, and must have been put forward for an audition for the character, and went for the audition, and then subsequently found out that I'd actually been chosen. So that was how I got to get picked for the part. The filming was all done in the BBC Shepherd's Bush studio, and that is the culmination of a week of escalating rehearsals. So you'd have a Monday morning meet at a rehearsal room with very basic increments up through the scripts, through the scenery, through the lighting and cameras, etc., to the final actual shoot, which was done at Shepherd's Bush 6 days later. Okay, so my actual scene came right at the very end of the programme, where I was led on to the set, and I was introduced to Sergeant Wilson, and I had to look up at him and say, "Are you my father?" So that was literally all I had to do. The whole episode was built around my character, but the character only came on for the last 20 seconds. Yeah, so I was a very young child, maybe 10, and was at a stage school, so I was just actually quite a jobbing young actor, and I was used to doing this kind of stuff, so it wasn't completely unusual. But what was really unusual was the actual cast, because once you're in a big rehearsal room with them for 8 hours a day for 5 or 6 days, as the thing gradually takes shape, it was a really memorable, funny, pleasant experience. Not any kind of downsides to any of it at all. Yeah, I couldn't pinpoint a favourite episode, although the obvious "don't give him your name, Pike" is the one that absolutely screams head and shoulders from a memorable point of view. Pike was my favourite character, and Ian Lavender in the rehearsals and the filming was just a wonderful guy. But they all were, there wasn't, I can't single one out. It was literally a joy, and I'm a privileged, lucky bloke to have witnessed it, really, and been a little bit of a part of it. I would say not really specifically. It's more just a kind of a round image of the 6 or 7 days spent working our way up to the actual filming of it. And it was really the exasperation, if that's the right word, of the production team trying to herd this bunch of guys into actually remembering their lines, doing their scenes, standing on X's that had been taped on the floor so that the cameras could be at the right angles and the sound guys could get it right. It was literally like herding cats, and they laughed and joked and muddled their way through to the actual moment it was going to be filmed, and then they clicked into utter professionalism and delivered it. And I was just watching it because I only came on for the last 15-20 seconds. It was amazing to see, but the general memory is of these people trying to get the cast to do what they were told and remember their lines in time for the final day, and they were herding cats. It was really funny. No, I never got, they were there actually, now I think of it, and I didn't really know who they were until later on in my life, when I saw them getting awards or being interviewed and stuff like that. They were there, but no, I was never actually introduced, because I only had a small part to play at the very end of one of the episodes, so I didn't figure. Can't remember. I can remember being in Oliver. That was in '66, I think. So I was 8. I remember being in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I mean, these are just extras roles. I was in the workhouse scene for Oliver, and I was in several different scenes in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. They took months to film. But I can't remember 30-minute theatre. I saw that on a recent Spotlight photograph of me, and I was probably in it. But I don't actually remember that, so I'm sorry. I'll have to say pass on that one. I've got no memory of that. Oliver was a fantastic experience, utterly fantastic. And I worked through my journey through stage school. When I got a bit older, I actually worked with Ron Moody again in a provincial play that we ended up in the West End in. So I've got fantastic memories of that. Yeah, it was the overall experience at the Barbara Speake Stage School was really good. Yeah, well, I left the theatrical profession literally as my schooling ended at age 16. So I moved into advertising after that, creative side, and then moved amazingly into the motor trade. So now I've spent my life, commercial, professional life, doing okay. I'm a big believer in financial inclusion. I've dedicated a lot of years to helping members of society that can't get into the credit cycle in a professional way, and I've had a great life, 2 kids, but I'm a lucky man, 66 now, so just thinking about retiring. And I've got all those memories from being in things like Dad's Army and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I've had a fantastic ride. It's been absolutely amazing. Well, thanks to you for finding me, because it's really nice to be able to suck these memories back from a very long, distant past and realise how much fun I had as a kid. And it helps you, I think, develop into the sort of person you're going to be. And I've lived my life with a smile on my face.